Hey everyone, and welcome to Already Cancelled. I am Peter, that is Connor, and we are going to talk about Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 1, Episode 22. It is called Skin of Evil. Full spoilers for the episode, as always. And Connor's smirking at me and putting me off because he's excited about what we're going to talk about, because this is a hell of an episode.
I was also smiling a little bit that you didn't do the voice when you said the title, because I thought you just couldn't help yourself.
Oh, sorry. Skin of Evil.
Every time every time you've been reading that for the last week.
I mean, just so people aren't feeling left out of that reference, that is from a slasher movie called New Year's Evil, which we did in Streams After Midnight once upon a time, and that's how the killer says his name. So if you hear me go evil, that's what I'm referencing.
Pete loves doing that.
I do. There's a few things I like doing from movies.
There is.
Another one
doesn't need examples.
Another one might be diplomatic immunity.
God damn it.
Also, quoting John Hammond from Jurassic Park's becoming part. I'm even dressed like Hammond tonight. I've got a white shirt on.
You are, aren't you?
I got glasses on. I just need the hat. Hell, even my beard and hair. Like, this goes grey.
Yeah, but you'll never be that cool.
I'm okay not being as cool as John Hammond. If I can be as rich as John Hammond now, then I'll be onto something.
Yeah. Unlikely, but you can dream.
Welcome to Ginger Park.
It's more achievable than being as cool as.
They'll have people go by in cars, and Connor will be behind an electric fence going, "Help! Help! We're all trapped in here." And then the goat will come up. It's like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to kill and eat that goat by your bare hands."
Yeah, how hard can it be?
All right. Skin of Evil is a hell of an episode, because now I going into this, I didn't know anything that was in the episode, but Tara, who does like other shows with us now, as a big Star Trek fan, and knew this was next, and maybe just went, "Oh, Skin of Evil's next, is it?" Just that kind of thing.
Excited on your behalf.
Yes, just that kind of thing. So I was like, okay, it's either going to be really good, but more likely really bad.
I distinctly remember where at the end of last episode, when we read out the preview, we said this might be terrible enough to be the new worst episode of the season. Taking over from very early on.
The Naked Now was the episode you're thinking of. So this episode features the crew of the Enterprise combating with an evil puddle.
Yeah, big slimy goo.
Don't oversell it. It's a puddle. Sure. Every so often, like a figure underneath the puddle sort of rises up and is like a gooey puddle man, and has this ridiculous voice.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. This isn't even the most noteworthy part of the episode. So
even forget that, like early on, this felt like the most original series. They beam down to the planet. It's the deserty, background. I'm like, okay, this feels like original series, which is kind of weird for this show.
So here's the thing. All right, let's get this out of the way first of all. I knew Tasha Yar was not long for this show. I knew she was gone fairly early on, right?
I knew she died.
Right,
in the season.
I thought I knew it was either season 1 or 2. I assumed that whenever she did go, it was the end of a season, though, and about near the end of a season. It's not like super far away.
I knew it was late season 1. I didn't know the exact episode.
But what I would never have guessed, if you said, "How do you think Tasha Yar's going to die?" I would never have said, "Oh, the puddle just makes her keel over and die," like it's nothing.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is this the single worst death of a main character on any TV show ever?
I'd like to respond to that with paraphrasing a certain film. Of all the character deaths I've ever known, hers was the most stupid.
Do you know what was the worst part? Is I knew she died in this season. So she died. She keels over and is dying, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna have to save her."
Yeah, but no, Beverly actually pronounces her dead, and then they rush her to medbay, and I'm like, "You said she was dead. What can you do?" But here's the thing: At this point in the episode, I genuinely believed this wasn't it. I genuinely believed they were going to somehow find a way to bring her back, or her soul was in the puddle or something, and once they got the puddle defeated...
I thought, right, okay, she's dead-ish, but she'll be back and they'll kill her properly.
Yes.
I didn't think that was it. Genuinely, it never crossed my mind that was it.
Cut to the end of the episode. The last 5 minutes are in the holodeck on a field, and they're saying goodbye. And there's like a hollow death recording, where she's recorded a speech to play at her funeral.
Yeah, and she's like, "Hey, Data, we had some good times."
Well, I've got a lot of things to say about the speech she makes. One, it's convenient that she's only close to people who are series regulars and isn't close to anyone that isn't a series regular. And for some reason, that includes Wesley. She left a message for Wesley Crusher in her not her will, but her departing.
Who didn't she leave a message? Was there any of the bridge crew she didn't?
All the main characters got a message. All the ones we know.
Fair enough then.
She starts off with Riker and says, "Riker, you're the best." Right? She's definitely had sex with Riker. I'm putting that out there right now. Secondly, so when it gets to Data, though, what she actually says to Data is Data, you have this childlike wonder that makes you more human than any of us. And I'm like, did he have that childlike wonder when you raped him? I'm just saying, and I felt bad for Worf, because the episode starts with Worf and Tasha kind of flirting almost, where Tasha's like, "Hey, that martial arts competition's coming up and I want to train later, Worf, you in?" And he's like,
"Yeah, I'll put my money on you."
Yeah, he's like, you bet on me? He's like, "Of course, it's a sure thing." And she gives him this look, and I'm like, Worf doesn't know what he's in for.
Worf looks kind of terrified.
She is zoned in, she is set, she's locked onto her target, and Worf is a
I think Worf knows. I think she's got a reputation, because she gives him that look, and he's like, "Do you know? I'm just playing the numbers."
She's locked onto him, and she's gunning for that Klingon cock, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm not sure Worf would have made it through the experience.
And it's funny because she gets to Data only survived because he's not a living being.
Mechanical body really helped.
Yeah, but she gets to Deanna Troi, and she says, "Oh, you taught me that I could be feminine as well as strong." And I'm like, "Wait, what were you like before you met Troi?" I want to see this version of Tasha. I have the word. I couldn't believe. See, when I actually got to this funeral scene, I'm like, "Wait, are they going through with this?" And I shit you not, I messaged Tara and I said, "Wait, is she actually dead? I thought they were going to bring her back and she'd be gone later properly." It's like, "Nope, she's gone." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
I like that we both had the same experience here of all episode, assuming that that's not really her death.
Obviously not.
Even though we knew she died. Right, we know. Oh no, Tasha is dead. Relatively soon, either this season, whatever.
Yeah.
But the fact that they killed her and we went, nah, that ain't it.
That can't be it, because it was just such a stupid out of nowhere death that meant nothing. The only thing she had in this episode before this was one weird flirting scene with Worf.
She had a flirt with Worf, and then she got killed by a puddle. Tasha Yar, death by puddle.
People who know the history.
Nothing else in this episode matters.
Yeah, people who know the history behind this episode, or behind the show in general. I want to know: did she really piss off the showrunners before this episode? Because
I was under the impression she wanted out of the show. She wanted to leave. I
think they were mad at her though, because this wasn't just they can write her out in a good way.
This was a worse death than most red shirts.
It genuinely is. At least the red shirts get shot in the heart or something, and they have a dramatic fall.
Yeah, or it's a mysterious virus or something.
Yeah, it tells us something. This is just this random death, and they never even get to really explain what the puddle is. Ultimately, they kind of trick it enough to get everyone away, because Troy's on a little shuttle. She was coming back to the ship, and it got sucked in by the energy of this thing and crashed on this planet. And
the puddle's like, I could kill you all, but that's boring.
Yeah, so she's kept there, and then they trick it enough to get away. And instead of defeating it or even really learning anything about it, other than it's just old and it doesn't want them to leave, and it wants it was abandoned by someone. They're just well, we'll just mark this planet as a no-go zone. You just don't go here. It's dangerous. And that's it. They fly off, and we have our funeral scene. And
this is terrible.
I mean, what do we get? We get Riker being sucked into the puddle, and then later it spits him back out, covered in goo.
Yeah, because there was no point in killing him.
Because he's already killed someone, and it wasn't as satisfying as he thought it'd be.
Yeah. I don't know. To me, that is usually when people become mass murderers. Yeah, I tried one, wasn't enough. Let's try more.
I mean, maybe that is not the main problems I have with this episode.
Or me either, but I don't know. I just thought I'd mention it.
I'll give you this. It was an emotional roller coaster, not in the way they intended.
No, you were never sad.
No. I was bewildered.
Bewildered. That might be the most in sync we've ever been. Well, that's what this episode has done to us.
I cannot believe this is how Tasha died.
No,
I actually can't believe this is how she died.
How is this it?
It was such a non-moment. You know, I got a little shocked when Crusher said, "Oh, she's dead." I was like, "Wait, what?" But then they're still rushing her into the med bay and stuff. I'm like, "Oh, I guess they can do something. Like, she's not really dead. She's
yeah." But she was dead, so.
But no, we can't do anything. And I kept expecting there to be like a Deus Ex Machina, a get out clause, or something.
Yeah, I mean, this is Star Trek after all.
Yeah. There's lots of ways. I mean, hell, remember when McCoy was dying at one point?
Which time?
You know, there's been deaths and people have came back. Spock had his brain removed, for Christ's sake. Like,
He did, yeah.
And I was like, this is how she goes?
Puddle.
And here's the thing, like, I want to say I know that she somehow does have kind of a guest thing, I think, in season 3. I think I know this. I think I know that somehow she's in an episode in season 3. Whether it's like an alternate universe version of her, whether her ghost is kicking her, I don't know what it is.
She's in the holodeck.
She's in the holodeck, maybe, yeah. But somehow she's there, kind of, in season 3 at some point. Don't spoil it for us, folks. We'll find out when we get there. But other than whatever causes that and that thing, I'm going to put money on that they never mention her again. And if they do, it won't be more than once.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm not taking this bet, sorry, because I think I'd lose.
I will be shocked if they mention her outside of the kind of appearance she has at one point.
Yeah.
I'll be shocked. Good.
If they do, it won't be anything past this season.
Sure. Other moments to call out. You know, at one point
there are other things to talk about.
Well, yeah, the puddle, like when it's messing with them, like takes Geordie's like visor off, and it's on
It's like, hey, Data, go pick it up, and then he just moves it. It's like the bully, right? You know,
yeah.
It's like, hey, you know, go on, pick up your glasses.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, I'm just gonna kick him over here. Try again.
Yeah, but what I liked about it though is after the first time that happened, and he's like, hey, try again. Data's like, well, no, because you've already established you're going to move them, so what's the point?
Yeah.
Like, and the thing's like, all right, okay. It's a Billy thing. It actually is like a Billy scene.
It is, yeah.
The way he solves it is very Billy-like. Or, you know what I mean, anti-Billy-like, whatever. I don't, like...
So, question.
Yes.
This or Naked Now?
They're both wonderful in bad ways, but not for the same reasons.
Yeah, no. Like I said, this was bewilderment. Naked Now was just outright hilarious.
Yes. So it depends on what you want. I guess the reason why Naked Now probably wins is because that'll still just be as funny on a rewatch. This might not have the same shock value of, really, they're doing this?
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so maybe it just loses compared to that. It's definitely the second funniest bad episode, though.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Do you know what? You know, this moment, this episode, this is why it's worth watching us watch this for the first time. You'll be hard pressed to find two people who, 30 years later could have this reaction.
And sure, I'm sure you're all excited to get us to best of both worlds and other
we'll get to the good stuff.
yeah other notable episodes. But like, oh Jesus, I can't believe they killed a main character with a puddle.
Not even a cool puddle.
And the sad part is, it's not even the first time I've seen it this year on something.
Really?
It's from the end of a movie. I can't spoil it, but
okay.
Let's just say
you're going to tell me about this.
Let's just say it upset me in that movie as well, and that was worse because I liked that character.
Oh, you're going to tell me about this once we're done. I need to know.
And like the puddle, like when it was spitting out Riker, it looked kind of cool, right? But whenever it was a visual effect, or whenever it was like the puddle formed like the humanoid shape, it looked and sounded terrible. The voice that was coming out of it was laughably bad. Yeah. So I don't even know what to say anymore.
Where do we go from here?
Let's find out, shall we? Let's find out what next week is. Oh dear, where are we? Right, so this was Skin of Evil.
Yes, it was
7.0 average rating. Interesting.
Yeah. I think some people have problems. Looking at you, Tara. Stop putting it up there.
Oh God. The next one's lower.
Oh God.
The next one's got an average 6.6 on IMDb. I mean, we've disagreed before. We'll say this. I mean, it's not like a solid barometer.
No, there are episodes, especially in original series, that they give really quite a low score to that we really liked.
Yeah. So this is called "We'll Always Have Paris." I sense Picard's going to have some sort of love interest here based on the photo, but a scientist experiment in time goes awry, reuniting Picard with an old flame. Oh, look at that. Now married to the scientist. So we're going to have a love triangle of sorts with Picard.
Oh, my favourite thing.
Yeah, your favourite thing ever. Can we get the evil puddle back, please? Can we get the evil puddle? I like the evil puddle. Well, I didn't like it, but...
It's better to watch, we assume.
Yeah, I suppose one character...
Was that the end of the description?
Yeah, that was it.
That was a really short description.
I guess one character thing we should mention is that Worf chooses not to go down. At one point, in the second away team, when Jordy and that's going down, Worf's asked to go with, and he says, no, I think I'm better served staying here. I don't know if you've got anything you want to read into with that?
I don't know. It felt weird, to be honest, because I don't see any reason why.
I think what it was supposed to do was say that because Tasha was killed down there, he's actually a little scared. Because the scene at the start, establishes that he respects her as a warrior.
Fair enough. It didn't come across as fear.
That's fair. It didn't really on its own necessarily. I'm just reading into it because it definitely didn't just feel like he's just being strategically accurate. The scenes there, it show us that he's trying to get out of going down, right?
Yeah, sure.
It felt like it was trying to at least imply something about the way he was feeling about this. Maybe it's the idea of an opponent that he can't punch. It's the idea. It's this entity. He's like, I'm not going down there. I can't fight with this thing.
Yeah, I'll sit up here in case someone needs punching.
Yeah.
He is. We get a bit at the end as well, where he's new. The temporary chief of security, right?
Yes. And then the other thing, the only other thing we could talk about, I suppose, is Deanna Troi talking to the thing, when she's alone in the shuttle.
That was all tedious.
Yeah, that stuff wasn't very good. It gave us some exposition. What little we got of what this thing is kind of came from that, but that was about it.
I'll be honest. Deanna Troi might be my least favorite character on the show. I think they try really hard to show us that she's quote unquote interesting, and she's got this ability, and it always comes off as kind of hokey and kind of boring and tedious when we do stuff with it.
Worse than Wesley, you say?
See, the thing is, Wesley often has a funny bad charm to it.
Okay.
Deanna comes off as it's just more tedious when we do those plots.
All right. I'm going to miss Tasha.
Yeah, me too.
Tasha was a source for comedy and often a time.
Yeah, she was.
So,
no more screwing data jokes.
No more screwing data jokes. Although if anyone does look horny in the show, I'm going to refer to that as a Tasha now.
Yeah, I assume Riker will have to step up because he's been the horniest behind Tasha.
I bet he's been horny behind Tasha.
I assume if anyone is going to fill that role now, it would have to be him.
Oh dear. All right. There we go. That has been Skin of Evil. On a slightly more serious note, it is kind of a shame that this choice for her to leave does kind of like, it was already more men than women anyway, but this has really put it in an imbalance.
Yeah, it's hard to really.
It's just a shame. It's not necessarily the creator's fault. It's just a shame because I feel like she was definitely more interesting than Troy was, and I think Troy is going to say so. The only sort of female character that I really like right now is Crusher, and I think that's a shame. I think it's a shame that there's only one that I'm really latching on to.
I agree. I think it's a shame, but I think it's one of those unfortunate circumstances. She wanted to leave. I mean, what can you do, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't like an intentional choice. Oh, we need to cut back on the women.
Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how their plot shape up. Maybe they'll get better for Troy, because the show does get better. So maybe one of the things that improves is maybe how they include her.
It might well be. Yeah.
Use her powers.
I don't really ever hear anyone, dislike her that much in the way that I find her relatively boring.
Yeah. All right. That's Skin of Evil. So let us know what you thought of the episode in the comments, like and subscribe, all the usual stuff. Get us on the Twitters at mailed_fuzz for channel updates. If you want to support the show and the channel and everything we do here, you can head over to patreon.com/mailfuzztv, where you can support us for as little as $1 per month. And for that $1, you get stuff early, including these Star Trek reviews, and you get bonus episodes of some of our shows and things like that. So go have a look-see and see what tickles your fancy. Otherwise, that is us, though. So thank you once again for watching or listening. Check out the other shows we do. Some other classic sci-fi shows getting reviewed, such as Twilight Zone and Babylon 5, as well as obviously a lot of new stuff that me and Connor do specifically. It's funny because already Cancel's become a lot more diverse, whereas Connor's not on the other ones anymore. Whereas the new stuff, it's mostly you still.
Yeah.
Until I get
rid
of you.
Folks. Hey, I'm not on the new Twilight Zone anymore, because screw that.
Yeah. Cat. All right. On that subject, I actually this is completely off topic for Star Trek. I did watch the trailer for season 3 of 3% today.
Oh, don't tell me we need to do it.
No, we're going to do it later. We're too busy to do it when it launches.
Okay, thank God.
Let's just say it's different. In a potential good way. Like, it's
okay.
Definitely lean into more of the sci-fi a little bit.
I'm going to choose not to watch the trailer because I don't want to be excited and then have to wait an extra 3 months.
Month and a half, come on.
Sure.
Come on, 3 months, that's overshooting it. Alright, that's us, guys. So thank you very much once again for watching. We also appreciate it. Keep watching Star Trek, guys, and to everyone but Connor, live long and prosper.